I've had a couple cocktails. Maybe you can tell.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me out here on the balcony. The waves are, the sounds of the ocean are kind of loud, but I don't want to talk much louder just because it's still relatively early. It's 9:30, and I know that a lot of people are still sleeping. I'm not, because somebody on one of the balconies close by here, it sounded like some kids were up early and just really making, sound like an old man, but making a ruckus on their balcony. Good morning. Hi. How are you? What's going on? What's the problem? Oh, well then let's, yeah, because on this side I can see there isn't much we can do. We have to maybe, I don't know, like put something in between here. Yeah, no, that's alright. No, I know how, I didn't hear it, but I know how annoying it can be. Alright, well when we go to breakfast today, I'll let my son know that she can do something. Sure. Anyways, as I was saying, there were some kids jumping around and screaming, like just being obnoxious. It was like they were being purposefully loud, and that was not cool. If you take kids on a cruise, please remind them to act with respect, even if you're on vacation. Anyways, it's a sea day today, and it's kind of overcast. And it's not really warm right now, and I'm hoping it's going to warm up because it's like a cold, cloudy day today. I'm not going to be able to like I wanted to go to the pool and I wanted to do the water slides and stuff like that. And if that's going to be like it is right now all day, it's going to be kind of disappointing. But right now I think I'm going to go to breakfast. I wanted to show you something. Just a little bit of the design here on the ship. I came up the stairs here, up to deck 15 at the front of the ship, which is, what's the opposite of aft? Well, it's at the front of the ship. And this is where the buffet is. And you come up into this little, I always say this little, it's not little. You come up into this plaza area between the elevators and the stairways. And on the one side is then the entrance to the garden cafe, which is the buffet. And the other side goes out directly to the pool deck. But there's also always food service there as well. I'll show you that. And there's a lot of outdoor seating. Here they've got breakfast food being served, and during the lunch and during the day, this is where they always have like hamburgers and pizzas. And they also, like here's fruit and cereal and stuff like that, and they also have ice cream in a cone. But there's no ice cream right now. It feels really crowded today. If you've been watching a lot of these videos, you know that yesterday in Barcelona, a lot of people disembarked the ship and a lot more people began their cruise yesterday. And I feel like the amount of people who left the ship yesterday was much less than the amount of people who came on, because up until now, the ship hasn't felt crowded like it does now. And especially now here up on the pool deck and at the breakfast buffet, feels crowded. So that's interesting. I just grabbed some quick things here and wanted to show you a little trick that I do. I always make myself an iced cafe mocha, and this is how I do it. This is, first of all, I put like ice here in the glass, and then I put that much coffee in there, and then I grab a cold chocolate milk and fill it up. Oh, there's a fly. Go away, fly. And I fill it up with chocolate milk, and that's my iced coffee mocha. And otherwise, I just grabbed 2 pieces of whole wheat bread, and underneath here is cream cheese, and I put some, what do you call that, spring onions on there, and I'm gonna mix it all up. And that's my breakfast. Alright, it's time to play a game, and the game is called How Many Deck Chairs Can We Find with Towels on Them but No People? It is now 10:15. It's not even sunny out, but there are already a lot of deck chairs reserved with towels and no people. So, think of a number now. Bet in your head how many I'm gonna find just down here on the main pool deck. And we'll see if you're right. If you got it right, write it in the comments below. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I didn't know the setup like
Back here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I'm not going to count those. That looks like somebody's really there. But back here, 33, 34, 35, 36. Going to the other side, 37, 38, 39, 40. Oh, up in the middle there, I won't count those, but there's then 41, 42 in the corner. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. All right, 51. It's weird that it's an odd number. And I mean, I have to say, this isn't actually that bad. There were many more non-reserved chairs than there were reserved chairs, but still, 51 chairs have already been reserved by someone who's not there. And I just don't like it. Don't do that. This is something that I find actually very surprising. I mean, you saw how not really full the main pool deck was, and now I'm back here in Spice H2O, the adults only pool area, where they also show movies and have like the big dance parties at night, and it's crowded here. It's totally unexpected. I really didn't think that there would be this many people here right now. But I also wanted to show you that this is another one of the differences between the Epic and then the other ships that are like this in the NCL row of ships, you know, like the Getaway, the Breakaway and all that. This area is a little bit different. If I remember it correctly, when we were on the Getaway, this area was flatter. And here there's like bleachers. And also on the Getaway, I know this for sure, there's no little pool in the back by the screen. There's just like a little splashy waterfall area sort of back around the one corner. So that's a difference as well. And I have to say, I like this setup better because I like having the extra little pool. And I think the bleachers are kind of cool for when they do like dance parties and outdoor movies and stuff. Gosh, you guys, I can officially tell you now that I have never felt this crowded on a cruise before. I don't know what it is about this cruise. So many people got on the ship yesterday, and I mean, I've been on the Epic before. I've been on big ships like this before. I was on the Harmony, and it's never felt as crowded as this cruise does today. However, I'm not letting that spoil my fun. I am down here now in the photo area where you can look at the photos that you get taken and print them out and buy all that. And the reason I'm here is because I forgot something important on this trip, which happens to me just about every time, but I always find a way to make it work. I forgot the charging cable for my laptop, and that has influenced the way that I've been making these videos, because usually, I mean, I've gotten so much better at being organized with this, but usually what I do is at the end of every day, I take all the video footage I made that day and I download it to a hard drive. So then I have the the clips like separated in order of the day that they happen, and so when I'm trying to edit things together, I remember, you know, well, that was on that day, and so I know where to look at it. But I can't do that now because that takes a lot of energy out of the computer, and the battery's almost dead. So now what I've had to do is I've had to buy a couple extra memory cards for the camera. So it's all just going to be recorded, and then when I get back to Hamburg, then I'm going to have to plug in my camera and separate it day by day. So I'm down here because I have to buy another card. I've taken so much footage already from the past week that I need to buy another card, which is good for you. And I can say that these kind of things are the kind of things that I use the money that I get from Patreon for. So once again, thank you, all you who support me over there, and especially the VIPs. And this is one of the things that I use your help for, is situations like this, and little things like these memory cards cost, you know, it costs $32 here on board. If I was to go to the store at home, it would probably cost half that, but that's the situation now. So thanks again. I'm standing here at one of the big portholes down here. Looks like this. And this is something, another sort of design flaw I find here on the Epic, is that unless you're up at the top, you feel so far away from the ocean, because unless you go looking for it, you can't get close to it. And on the sister ships, you know, sort of this generation, the breakaway and getaway, I know I talk about that so much on this cruise, but this deck is then open to the outside, and that's where all the that's where there's several restaurants and bars where you can sit outside and look over the railing at the ocean. And that's a really, really good idea that they had to make you feel a little bit closer to the ocean when you're on a cruise. Oh, you guys. I can only say it again. This is definitely the most crowded ship I've ever been on. And I'm feeling a little bit annoyed right now because of it. We came up here, well, this afternoon we went to, we did the ping pong tournament, and I was out in the second round. I lost against Andreas, and he ended up winning the tournament. And after that, we went back here to Spice H2O, to the adults only area, and there was not any place free. So we came up one level here to the sports deck, because there's a lot of free area up here. I mean, like open area, and people have brought all the deck chairs up here as well. All the good places are taken, so we're kind of like here, stuck in a corner. There's the sports area, here's the end, and yeah, I don't really like this. I mean, what's just so weird to me is I've been on big ships before, and I've been on this ship before, and it's never felt like this. But I don't know what to do to avoid it anymore. I mean, we're here, and so are all the other people, so I don't know. But I've got a Corona, and the sun is out, and I'm gonna try to just relax. Back up in the cabin now after poolside, or you know, like sports deck side chilling, and something weird is happening. Not only is somebody close by smoking on their balcony, which you're definitely not supposed to do, but they're smoking reefer. It smells really strong, like marijuana. I can smell it here, and I'm in the room right now. Oh, somebody is gonna get in trouble. Where's that coming from? I can't see see anybody, but I can definitely smell it. Don't smoke on your balcony. And if you do, don't smoke reefer. And if you do, invite me. I'm just kidding, don't. Dinner time up in the Garden Cafe buffet, and look, it's mountains of night again. Mountains of shrimp, mountains of clams, mountains of everything. I've been eating a lot of Indian food on this cruise. The Indian food on cruises is always really good. It's really authentic, but the spiciness is also really authentic, and I've been noticing, you know, my spicy tolerance is going to have risen a little bit at the end of this cruise. I think I might have asked you guys this before, but when you go to the buffet, do you just like grab the first thing you see that you like? Or do you walk all the way around, see what everything is, and sort of make a plan about what you're going to take, when, and with what? Because I'm the second way. I can't just like walk in and think, oh, well, that looks good, and then take some. I need to see, first of all, everything else, and then decide what it is that I'm gonna take. I don't know if you've seen it yet, or if I've even posted it yet, but this afternoon I did a room service video from in the cabin, and in that, you'll see in that video that I ordered chocolate cake, but I didn't get any chocolate cake. And I feel like in order to close that, you know, it's like something that's open in my life, it's not resolved. And in order to resolve it, I think the only way I can do it is if I go get a piece of chocolate cake now tonight, right? Thank you, I'm so glad you're here for me. I got some cake here, but this is the eggless vanilla cake. And that's not what I want, so let's keep on walking. Past all this. Past the place where you can get ice cream in a cone. Oh, I see them coming. I see them coming. Oh, is there any chocolate cake? There is. There is. I see it. Well, there's mocha butter cream cake, but I think that I want one of these chocolate torts that I will show you in a second. Here they are. Look at this. Oh yes. That's coming with. This is so good. It's so like thick. It's like chocolate mousse. It's a good thing I don't have like access to these every day. That wouldn't end well for me. It's a good thing I got out of there when I did. I almost would have gone back and had another chocolate cake. Now we are walking towards the back of the ship again to Spice H2O, because tonight they're showing Rogue One on the big movie screen. So open air movie, and Rogue One, I love that. Oh, wait a second. I don't think I can go through here right now. Somebody else coming this way, so alright, I'll play stupid. And anyways, so we're going to watch Rogue One underneath this beautiful blue sky while the sun sets. I love cruising. To go to bed, and then I realized I hadn't done like a wrap-up yet for the end of this long and eventful day. It is now like 20 before 1 in the morning, and after the movie we went down to the casino and very quickly lost $20. A little bit earlier in the week we both won pretty big jackpots. I won like over, I think, $120 on one slot machine bet, so that was cool. But today we had not really any luck at all. And then we went back up to the big party in the Spice H2O, which was probably the biggest party that we've experienced on board so far.
it's just so cool to be like out dancing, you know, under the stars and everything. And oh, but watching Rogue One on that big screen as the sun went down, that was also amazing. And then, yeah, like I said, we went to the dance party, and then from there we went back down to Bliss, where there was another dance party happening. We're doing a lot of dancing on this cruise. If you and I ever end up going on a cruise together, get me on the dance floor, because Marcus never wants to go dancing, and I'm fine with that. But I just remembered on this trip how much fun it is. So if we ever end up on a cruise together, get me on the dance floor. And now, yeah, I was just about to go to the bed, and I wanted to show you. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but the ocean is so flat. There's the moon. It's almost a full moon, but like I said, I don't think you're going to be able to see this because it's so dark, but the ocean is like flat. Like, I've never been on a cruise with such smooth sailing. It's unbelievable. You know, when you watch a movie and there's and people are like on a boat or on, you know, like a sailboat or a cruise ship or something, and you see like this perfect ocean in the background, like a perfect reflection of the moon or whatever, and if you're an experienced cruiser, you think, that looks so fake. The ocean is never like that. Tonight, it's like that, so I guess it does happen. Anyways, thanks for hanging out all day, listening to me gripe about how full this boat is, and listening to me mumble through I've had a couple cocktails. Maybe you can tell. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. Tomorrow we're going to be in Naples, Italy. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to me here on YouTube, and that would make me happy. And then we'll see each other next time, whenever that may be. Arrivederci.